Hi, and welcome back to Statistical Methods and Analysis for NNU's Teaching and Learning Master's Program. We're going to start out in the book here in Chapter 1. We're going to kind of explain a little background of what statistics is and how we're going to use it throughout this course. We're also going to talk a little bit about the book and how it's laid out. So let's go ahead and get started here on how the book lays out and tries to approach statistics. They try to come at it as an unintimidating approach to statistics, an informed approach, and an applied approach. Many times people get just worried about the word statistics because it's such a big topic. There's numbers everywhere. We can take those numbers and build them. We're going to try to make this as easy as possible for you so that you can take what you learn in this class and apply it to action research and education. Here's a little background of statistics and where it came from. In the 17th century, people felt this need for a way to collect data and answer questions. So they came up with the statistics, and they came up with how do you collect data and how do you interpret that data. That's kind of where it got its roots from. And since then, it's really built to a much deeper level, and where we're able to collect data for almost anything and interpret that data, make informed decisions. A couple of key areas: agriculture, astronomy, politics use a lot of statistics. Education uses a ton, from anywhere from your average on your test to the standard deviation of your class and what that means. You can also take EOC scores and compare them to chapter test scores and see if there's a correlation there. That's all stuff we're going to get into in this class, and you just need to know where it all came from and why it's kind of developed into what it is. All right, next thing we're going to talk about is ways to do it. The simplest way is you got to collect your data first. You got to get your data. You got to bring it to the table. You got to organize it. Okay, what does it mean to organize your data? That's what we're going to get into and we're going to talk about. All right, you got this data now. Let's organize it. And then after that, we're going to summarize it and interpret it. When you can do those four things, you'll be able to do an action research project. That's kind of the key to this beginning of the book, is how do you collect it, how do you organize it, how do you summarize it, and how do you interpret it. All right, next thing we're going to talk about is descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics are used to organize and describe characteristics of a particular data set. All right, the average age of everyone in this class. Well, what is that? We're going to interpret that. The other type of statistics we're going to work with is inferential statistics. It's used to make inferences about your sample to the population. All right, so maybe it's a little hard to collect data on every single person in the class, but we could take a handful of them, pull it out in a sample, and we could make some inferences on our entire population. So comparing the mean age of students taking this course to the average age of all students in an introductory to statistics course. All right, understanding basic statistics will help the following ways. It's going to help prepare you for advanced classes. If you get into a doctorate program, you're going to need to know statistics so you can do a major research project, not just an action research project. Also, statistics sets you apart from any other master's program because you have that ability to critically think, to take the research that you've been doing and actually make inferences on it so that you can say, hey, this is statistically relevant. And then finally, it's going to challenge you intellectually. There are some sections in this that are really tough. I won't lie to you right now. There are some sections that you'll struggle with, but that's why I'm here for you. I'm here to help you get through this course the best way possible. All right, a couple of helpful hints right here. You just want to read over these. A couple I'll point out: don't skip a single lesson. These video lessons are important because this is the interaction I get with you guys. I'll explain how to do stuff. Ask questions. Don't hesitate to email me when you have a question. Don't hesitate to come to those open office hours. You'll have questions. Make sure that you're willing and able to ask those. And then a couple here: practice, practice, practice. Just like we tell all our students, you need to you need to practice, sorry about that, in order to get good at something. All the other ones, attend online office hours right there and watch the archives if you're not there. I will be archiving them if there's somebody there asking relevant questions. All right, in the book they got a difficulty index. You got 1 smiley face for being very hard, 2 to being hard, 3 it's kind of in the middle, 4 it's easy, 5 it's super easy. You find these on page 15 of your book if you have the 4th edition. And just some glossary terms. I would recommend keeping a book with all these glossary terms because you will want to be able to refer back to them pretty quickly. First one, descriptive statistics, data or data sets, inferential statistics, populations, and samples. That's what you'll want to know about them. I go ahead and just jot those down in a notebook so that you have them for a future date. All right, this will end our Chapter 1 wrap-up. Feel free to look over this again if you need more information, or go on to Chapter 2. It'll be posted, and you'll be able to watch that on your central tendencies. Thank you very much.